Golf Pass, Martin Chuck here, and welcome to the Raven Golf Club in Phoenix, Arizona, home of the Tour Striker Golf Academy. And I've got a basic pitch shot. You'd be surprised how many people come to the golf school, and this is a terrifying little event right here, 30 yards. The golf ball to the pin, and they'd rather hit a driver, they'd rather hit a hybrid over a pond than have this little shot. So I want to walk you through some of the things that can help you. You know, I think we get kind of stuck in this, in some thinking that unfortunately really holds us back from performing. I've got my foresight on here. We're going to talk a little bit about spin and launch in the club I'm using. I'm using my 60. If you don't have a 60, that's fine. You can use your 56 or 58. Now you'll notice I've got my club cleaner right here, and I always make sure my club is cleaned. Do not hit a bunch of shots around the green without a clean club, because once you start to hit a few shots and you get grass in the grooves and chlorophyll, basically grass grease, on the club face, you reduce the spin a ton. So I'm kind of lazy. I've got this device here and I got my towel here, and I just kind of clean them up, and that helps me get good impact relationships on the ball. So I've got this yellow rope. Why is it there? It's there so I understand my target. And you think, well, that makes sense. You want to hit the ball down the target. Absolutely. Let me hit a little pitch shot and we'll talk about it. So as I hit that little shot, you know, we had 12 yards of carry, a little bit of run out, 2,000 RPMs of spin. Even on that little guy, I got a little bit of grass grease on there. So I want to make sure that I clean the club face off. It was a little bit toward the toe, so I'm not too worried about it. After I hit a few, I'm going to make sure it's clean. But let's talk about some of these behaviors. From the down the line camera, you can see my target line. You notice that my feet are fairly close together. I'd say to the person who struggles with this, you look like this. You're super wide. When the stance is wide, you need way too much momentum in the club to move that body effectively. So let's get those feet really close together. Just a club head dimension at the heels is great. A little bit of toe flare and you are spot on. Get that golf ball somewhere between that stance, between those toes, and you're in a great spot. You don't have to play the ball way back. You don't have to play it way forward. Just somewhere between your toes and a narrow stance, and you're off to the races. Now, from the down the line camera, watch the ball travel down the yellow target line, but watch where my club goes. Watch as my club exits. It exits to the left. I could have hit that a little farther, no doubt about it, but I'm not trying to make the club head go straight. So let's hit another one here. I'll try to put a little bit more energy on this. Get this right up to the pin, hopefully maybe even make it. Again, narrow stance, ball within that narrow stance. Nice measure of the arms. I'm not resting too close to the ground here, creating a good radius. Let's collect that golf ball with a bit of speed, sending the club head, pacing and facing that speed, and letting the ball respond and react. So you'll notice I said pacing and facing. Once I send that club head, that speed I send it, my body paces and faces to a finish. Now, short little shots, you need to completely pace and face it. You do not. But I don't want you to stay flat-footed. Get used to the momentum of the club head and work with it. Okay, let me hit one more. I think I can do, I've got a little bit of a roadblock there, but let me go a little bit to the right, making sure my club face is clean. And let me pick a little bit more speed. Feel the weight of that club as it goes to the bottom, brushing the grass, pacing and facing the momentum I'm creating with my chosen speed here. Okay, sit down a little bit. Not too bad, a little bit strong, but that had a nice spin on it. 4,200 RPMs on this short little shot. So, golf pass, narrow stance, nice structure, choose the speed, clip the grass, that includes the golf ball. Let that momentum rotate and slow you down in style, rather than something where you stay down and separate those elbows trying to keep your head down. On none of those shots, golf pass, did I stay here and keep my head down. Sure, I looked at the golf ball, I collected the golf ball, I paced and faced my target, and I hit some pretty nice little shots. So this is Martin Chuck signing off, and remember, Golf Pass members, post your comments and questions down below, and I'll get to everyone that I can. What a great benefit of membership.